What is up? The one whole person watching. Um, Spur of the moment. It's hot out, but I'd like to get a coat of wax on. These have all gotten 2 coats of oil. Have been cleaned up. They are now sitting on oil-soaked paper towel, which is actually not a bad thing. I got to make different painters points. I've been setting them on these things that I 3D printed, which are nice. They work. But as I flip them over, not too worried about the little potholes they make because they make little ones, but they're not really noticeable. The problem is sometimes when I like shift it around, it like makes a drag mark in it. I'm not real happy. The paper towel under here is clean because it was fresh last night when I oiled it. It's saturated with oil, which with this humidity and everything is not a bad thing. So I think I'm gonna oil it, flip them over, and let it sit in the oil soaked paper towels. I may actually ball some more up and put it underneath it just to raise it so it's not direct contact, but it shouldn't really hurt anything. I'm going to use my, what's up? How is it going? Thanks, Andrew. How's life over there in Europe, whatever country you're in? Scotland or, well, sure. One of them English-based countries. I know that. My brain is so cooked. I actually do know, and I can't. It's so freaking hot, and it's hot over there too, isn't it? Like I hear, like you guys are like in a unparalleled, never before seen heat wave. But anyways, let's get some wax. My homemade wax. This is a little oilier than normal. It's very food safe, and you just coat it on there and rub it in. And I don't think I'm gonna have enough in that jar, but I have another jar. This is just a little bit thinner, which I actually like for the first coat because it lets it soak into the wood a little better, but it is what it is. Oh, you got that job. That's right. You were talking about a job. Tell us about it more. I remember you talking about it, but I don't remember specifically what the job entailed. Some kind of designery thing, wasn't it? Like almost your dream job, if I remember correctly. Normally, on a side note, normally I rub this on and then just rub it off. But I think today, with all the heat and humidity, I'm going to rub it on and just leave it on overnight. I'm not even going to do a second coat right away. I'm just going to leave this on. Which all this is it's basically just mineral oil and beeswax. And it just soaks into the wood and preserves it. It makes it look really nice too. It does darken it quite a bit. The only I will say the mineral oil darkens the wood a lot. Any oil darkens wood generally, um, but the natural beeswax coloring makes it even more kind of goldeny yellow, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Some people like it, some people don't. Just let it soak right in. Rub it on. The wax pops. I don't know if it shows on the video, but the wax like instantly pops the purple heart. It's kind of bizarre. I mean, it always looks purple because it's purple heart, but the wax like almost instantly brings out the purple of the purple heart. I really like it. It makes the Wingay look super dark too, like almost black. Just rub it in. Rub it in. Wax on, wax off, baby. Hope I have enough to do this whole thing. All three of them. I mean, I got plenty. I've made more. It's just this particular jar is what I call my first coat, and it's more oil, less wax. So it's more liquidy, so it soaks into the wood better. Because the wood is generally drier, even though I soak it in oil overnight before waxing it with 2 coats of oil. In all reality, it's still very dry because the oil only basically gets on the surface. Doesn't really penetrate right away. So I always put a thinner coat of wax first so the oil can continue to draw into the wood. Again, particularly when it's this hot and humid. The oil has a little bit harder time getting into the wood because the wood is got humidity and moisture on it, not oil. It doesn't exactly soak it in as fast, but it sure does look nice. Sure does. Looks sweet. Oh, that's freaking, dude, that is kind of like a dream job. I mean, I know it's still work. I don't care what anyone says. You can have your dream job, and it kind of loses the dream when it becomes, I got to get up and have to do it today. But it's still, that actually sounds like fun. Matter of fact, I was just thinking about that the other day. I saw it again. I think I talked about it like a month ago when I was streaming. I saw a video and got into recycling with there was a lady in, for some reason I'm thinking Africa. I don't think she actually was in Africa, but for some reason Africa's sticking in my head. But she was recycling plastics, and it was she took 3D printing plastics too, PLAs, PETGs. I mean, they were all separated and everything, but she was forming them up and adding something to them so they didn't melt in the heat. But she was making like patio blocks out of them and making walkways and that kind of stuff. Recycling the plastic instead of just dumping it in the waste bin. She was making cool blocks. Matter of fact, some of them they actually made like exterior walls and walls for houses out of them. They were non-structural. They were like an add-on siding kind of thing, but they were blocks of plastic. And the cool thing was is they weren't like colored or anything. They didn't like process them in the sense of making them all uniform. It was basically take the plastic, throw it in the oven in this mold, compress it a little bit so it all like adheres together into a big block, and whatever came out came out. So there was all like random different color layers and pieces, and they were really cool looking actually. Can't remember where it was from, but I saw it somewhere. It was like a YouTube video I happened to drop onto. It was really cool though, because she was like, look, I just take them, and she was literally just like throwing them in the oven. I mean, there's more to it than that, but just throwing them in the oven with a form. So it melted down into a brock, and then they compress it a little bit, so they're all consistent in shape and size. but coloring, and it was cool. It was just cool. My hands all oily. Now the paper towel's slipping in my hands. Get a nice thick coat on there, baby. Let them wax. Get the wax on there. Who do we got hopping in here? Hey, Jerry. You're streaming in like an hour, right, Jerry? I think I just saw it pop up on my Facebook thread. What else we got in here? 3 hours from now. Oh, okay. Thought it said 1 o'clock. Oh, right, 1 o'clock your time. You're like a couple, 3 hours behind me because it's just now 1 o'clock here. I thought you were only an hour behind me, not 3 hours behind me. Whatever. It's all good. I gotta make more of these things and find a way to sell a buttload of them all at once. So I can have money to buy more wood, to make more, to sell a buttload more, to make more money, to make more wood, to sell more. To have more wood. The hard part is selling them for me because I'm just not in the mood to play salesman with people. I just want them to call and say, hey, make me one. And I'm like, hey, okay. I don't want to deal with the sales end of it. Oily. Very, very oily. There's even some left. Not much, but some. Put that away. Don't even need this one. These are my tins my brother bought. Actually, I think I bought these, but he bought all the stuff. This one's dented, which is why I'm using it. Board butter. Homemade board butter. It's really good. Actually came out good this time. I do think I want to make a slightly thinner batch. This was kind of thick and hard. That stuff I was using is better for the first coatings because it's a little more liquidy, so it absorbs better into the wood. Everything darkens up. Keep having a discussion with my brother about the maple being too light, but it almost looks like cherry the minute you hit it with the wax and the oil. It oranges up. Pretty cool. This is about the lightest piece right here, and that's not very light. The camera actually makes it look lighter if you look at it in real life. The cherries and the maples almost look like they're the same color. The maple kind of looks like lighter cherry. That makes sense. Yes, I do need a laser. I just don't have the money. I was either that or I was thinking of getting one of those, branding iron things. Yeah, I do. These these are all sort of spoken for. This one's actually paid for. I got money for it. These two are gifts with the intent of getting sales out of them, if that makes sense. Like, one of them she keeps, one of them she sells / shows off, which was her plan. That actually came from her. She's like, I want one, but send me two, and I'll see if I can get a market for them. Because the thought would be to get a laser or a branding iron or something, and hit, like, she's into real estate, hit like the real estate agents and stuff, and they always give like closing gifts. And if I can get a laser and customize it, put like, welcome to your new home, Joe and Jenny, whoever, home buyer. Excuse me, coffee burps, iced coffee burps. But yeah, these came out really nice. Very happy with these three. I should bring mine out. I've been using mine for like a month and a half, and I have yet to oil it after, after the initial this. And it's getting kind of dried out because I do use it. I actually use mine like every day, multiple times per day. Lunch and dinner, generally, it gets used no matter what. I'm also, we were talking about this today, is using some of the last scraps and making, thinner, kind of a little bit smaller charcuterie boards, like sized, or maybe about the same size but thinner. These are all 1.5 inches thick or more. You know what? Looking at that as I lifted it up, these are going up onto roll that head up, bring it up in the air. Kind of, I roll this up and just make it a little bit thicker. It'll just be enough to keep it from being in direct contact with the paper towel that's under it. It still compresses, so it's still pretty close, but it just keeps it up in the air just that little bit, so it's not actually in direct contact. I think I need to redo these because I didn't fold it up enough. And then I don't have to use painter's points, which kind of do damage. And there we go, all waxed up for the first coat. Then I'll put a second coat tonight or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, again, because it's so hot and humid. It's not really drawing it in as much as I would like. Because the wood's already saturated with humidity. I wonder if my moisture, I bought a moisture meter. I've only used it a couple times because at this point I don't care. It is what it is. There's not much I can do about it with the humidity in here, as long as it matches the air in here. Pretty much anything I'm buying, once I let it sit for a week or two, it's pretty much acclimated to the garage. So I let everything sit a couple of weeks. And yeah, then it's acclimated and moisture content, blah, blah, blah. I can work with it at that point. I'm thinking of what I want to cut up next. I want to do at least 2 more boards. But I don't want to do scrapulation. It's actually like 3 more boards. And I got the dartboard case to do, and a coffee table to do, and I glued up an end table. Let's unclamp the end table. Top. Since it doesn't need to be clamped up anymore. Oh God, this thing's heavy. Freaking solid oak. That is a lot of oak. That is solid 2.25 inch oak. All old-fashioned, reclaimed, ancient oak. Pretty for oak. I mean, it's just oak. I still can't get into my brother's head that it's just oak. It's like, oh, but it's 200-year-old oak. Yeah, well, it's still just oak. Ugh. I certainly had them clamped tight enough. And there we go. It actually came out pretty flat. Not like I have to even do any machine cleaning to it. I can just do it by hand. Little bit right there. This joint is actually pretty smooth on this side. Same on this side too. A little bit of glue mark, but did it bow? Not really. I don't think it did. I'll have to find out after I clean up the glue edge. These were glued together, and then I just glued the middle, because that way I can glue these two together, run them through the planer, get them really close, even though it's, I can, I'll never get the seam perfect unless I use like dominoes or stuff. And even then, with this old material, I don't think I'll ever get it perfect. But by gluing these two together, I can run them through the planer, because this can't go through the planer because it's just too big. It's bigger than the planer is. So that way the faces get close, and when I do that glue up, it's close. It's not perfect, but it's close. All right, let's put some clamps away. If I can remember where the hell they all go. I had this once all organized by size and everything, and then I screwed it all up. But that's close enough because they're all about the same size. And then I got a dartboard case that we started. There's the two doors. I could actually cut those down and run those through the planer, because these are going to be the doors to the dartboard case. Once again, very old oak. Door one. Because I got a lot of old oak. Door two. And they're semi book matchy, because this is the same board and this is the same board, and it makes the right width. So yeah, the seam's off center in the door, but these are the same. The problem is this oak's got all the bug holes in it and everything, which again, some people like, some people don't. Dinner? The hell's that dinner crap? It's too hot for dinner. No, I already made dinner. I made dinner this morning. We're having tuna salad, tuna macaroni salad for dinner, because I knew it was going to get hot. So while it was still cool this morning, I boiled up the macaroni and vegetables. I literally take vegetables, cut them up, onions and peppers and celery and whatever, and I throw it right in the pot of boiling macaroni, so the vegetables like boil with the macaroni, and then let it cool. And then right here, lunchtime, like an hour ago, I stir in the mayonnaise and tuna fish, and done. Let it sit in the refrigerator till dinner, because It's not bad in here, which is why I came out here. I almost didn't. Where's my little thermometer? I just had it in my hand. It is 81 degrees in here at 76% humidity, which compared to the 96 degrees it is right outside those doors, this is kind of nice. And I was trying not to do the air conditioner because I ran the air conditioner all night and I had like a massive like stuffy nose and headache. Shut the air conditioner off, just dealt with the heat this morning. And in my room, had the fans going. And what's up, Vince? And now I feel much better just not being in the air conditioner. I don't like air conditioning. I've never been comfortable in air conditioning. It always gives me like a head cold. Which is why I came out here, because now my room is like almost 90 degrees. Because I haven't turned the air conditioner on yet today. And I'm not going to yet. I'm going to wait probably another hour. It's 1:30 now. Prime heat is 2:30, 3 o'clock. Did I just have a light blink? Or was it just something caught out of my eye? I swear I just heard something. Oh, train's coming. I don't know if you guys can hear the train, but there's a train going by. 77% humidity, 82 degrees. These are humidifier, humidity. What do they call these things that measure the humidity? They have the temperature up here in the little thing, but it's actually a humidifier, not humidifier, humidity meter, humometer, whatever. Anyway, that's what that thing is. I bought a bunch of them. Now I can only find two. I bought like 6 of them. I was going to start putting them in the clocks, and I just never did. And I got to start because now I can't find them all. I can only find 2 of them, and I had a bunch of them. And I just don't know what I did with them. Like a lot of things that I have that I can't find. I have a really nice, it's actually Husky Tools, and I only bought them because they were stupid cheap on sale one day. But the ratcheting box wrench, one of these things, but this end, the box here ratchets. I mean, it looks just like this. It's got the regular box end, but the enclosed side has a ratchet on it. And it's the 9/16 I need for that table saw. And the last time I used it was on that table saw. And I can't find it. And I have a feeling it's buried inside that table saw. I have a feeling because I built like a whole cardboard dust collector. It's not really a collector, it just kind of angles all the dust down to the vacuum hose. It still like builds up, but it keeps a lot of it from just going all over the room. And I have a feeling that wrench is tucked in there somewhere. Because I have looked everywhere and I have cleaned this whole shop twice now since then, and it is not around. And I have no idea where it went. The only other place it could be is like underneath the cart, but I've moved that. I haven't moved this one. So it could have fallen on the floor and slid underneath this. But I don't think so. I don't know. I can't find it. It's kind of pissing me off. It's really nice. They were stupid cheap. Those things are expensive, those ratcheting box ends, and they're really handy. I bought it 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, I don't know, a while ago, at Home Depot. It was one of those deals where there was nothing wrong with the tools, but the little case it came in was all cracked on one side. I'm like, they're tools. Do you see a crack in the actual metal? No, fine. And they were like $15 for a whole set. It was ridiculously cheap because those things go for like $75, $80, $100 for a halfway decent set. I'm like, yeah, these are just cheap. You know, if I break one, $15, who cares? I always wanted the little ratchety box end, and I fell freaking in love with the thing. I absolutely love them. I want to get a metric set now because most of these tools now are metric. But I can't find the one, and I can't afford another set at the moment because they are, you know, I think the cheapest one I saw on Amazon was like $50 for some, you know, backwoods no name brand. I'm still looking for the damn thing too, because it's probably just somewhere I set it down because I was working on something and I just plopped it, and that's where it's been ever since. And I just haven't looked because it was one of those I plopped it there things. And you all know what I'm talking about, don't you? You just plop it down and forget it was there and forget you ever saw it. Jerry's streaming in a couple 3 hours. I was actually figuring he'd start streaming in an hour or two, which is kind of the other reason I came out here, because I literally saw your post that on your Facebook page there that you were going to be streaming. Like, cool, I could do it for an hour or two, and then I can go raid Jerry. But I will not be out here for 3 hours. That I can tell you right now. I'm already sweating my ass off. It's definitely going to, unfortunately, I will be in my room with the air conditioner running very shortly. I'm going to have a pretzel, which is a really dumb thing to do when I'm using a headset mic. I like pretzels. It's very crunchy in my ears with the earplugs in. Very unusual sound. Never noticed that before. Never really chewed on anything with earplugs in. Earbuds. Earplugs, whatever you want to call them. I really want to know where that wrench went now. These are good. I might have to go on a search and destroy mission to find that wrench. I have a feeling it's just like underneath something. And one day I'll pick up that something and go, oh, there's my wrench. But I'm literally going to get down on the floor and look underneath some cabinets and stuff first. Like right now. Because it's just on my brain and I want to find it. Not under there. Not under there. I hope I didn't accidentally like drop it into one of my garbage cans, which is very possible. And lose it that way. Oh, look, Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Doing everything a spider can. Holy crap, holy, look at all the sawdust in there. I might have to vacuum that out. I think I'm gonna. I didn't realize how much was in the bottom of that table saw. So what are you guys all doing this afternoon? The oon of the safters. Oh, the fan feels good. I got a fan right here. I actually had it. I had the fan with the window open, blowing fresh air in, and the fresh air was colder from outside or hotter from outside than it is in here. So I closed the window. I still have the fan going, but I closed the window. And let's see. This goes this way. And let's kill the mic for a second. I'm going to do this real quick and just vacuum out the table. Well, unless I vacuumed it up, it's not in there. Although it could be underneath all the cardboard. They have like, I don't know. If you ever seen one of those table saws, but they're not exactly designed for dust collection. So I literally inside the box, I just have like cardboard going down in a V to like an area where I literally took cardboard and I made a little like cup, and that's where the hose hooks onto. I was actually doing it out of cardboard in the thoughts that someday I would 3D print one, and I was just using the cardboard as mock-ups. But one, the cardboard's working as good as that design's ever going to work, and it's not working that great. So it's not something I want to design at this point. But I may change the cardboard around, which is why I use cardboard. Because actually, just looking at it, I think I can. So right now, I literally just have cardboard just go. What I need to do is bring the cardboard up the side of the metal, the actual body of the saw, the metal box of the saw, and make it a tighter V. The only issue I have with that is if I go to tilt the blade, but I really never tilt the blade. Like, never. And I have the portable saw. So if I I were going to tilt the blade, I could just do it on the portable saw. So if I bring that way up tight and like almost like right around the blade and the trunnions, because I actually started with one around literally taped right to the trunnions, which actually worked pretty good. It still spit sawdust around it, but now I'm thinking about that, I might go back to just leave that the way it is, go back to the one, because I think I actually still have the cardboard around here for the one I had taped to the trunnion, which sort of worked at directing it better, but it still like got into the body, which is why I went to a full body vacuum. But if I do the trunnion thing, I can guide it more directly into the bottom cup, the collection cup, and there'll be less buildup on the sides. That's actually not a bad idea. I might have to think about that. I just might. I might have to think about that some more. I'm thinking that's a good idea. I'm thinking that's a very good idea. The more I think about it. Then I need to play with my new bandsaw some more. It's all hooked up and everything. We actually cut up a log with it. My brother brought, just a little chunk of a log. I don't know where he put it. Oh, there it is. Check it out after it's been sitting for a couple of days. I have no idea what it is. He thinks it's cherry. I don't know if it is or not. But this was just like, a log, like you throw in your fireplace. But instead of throwing it in the fireplace, I put it on the bandsaw and made a big fat board out of it. And there's a couple three out of that log, which is kind of cool. And it's semi halfway, not quite done correctly, quarter sawn. Actually, it's not, because this is the core, so it can't be quarter sawn. It looks quarter sawn here, but it's not. But anyway, it's not a bad looking chunk of wood, though. You hit it with some liquid, make a board out of it, an actual board. This is just, firewood that he brought. He's like, "Oh, your bandsaw, we can resaw with your bandsaw. I got a couple of logs that look like they might make boards. You want me to bring them?" I'm like, "Carl, so what that bandsaw's for? Let's cut them up and see if we can make boards out of them, even if they're just, if I cut this in half and make a clock out of it, whoop-de-doo, perfect for it." But now it's got to dry for like a year. That's what people don't realize. This literally should have dry for a good year now. He says it's been out in his yard for a couple of years already. I'm a little concerned about bugs, but it doesn't look too buggy. A couple of bug holes in it. But yeah, I think I can another month or two resaw this down the middle here, so I get 2 3/4 inch or better boards. Slap it together and make a clock or two out of it, or maybe a rep box ends. I got to go back to making rep box ends. These make good rep box ends. And he wants to make stash boxes. I got sawdust all over my cutting boards, probably from my hands. I really want to find that wrench too. Don't know where it went. Not a freaking clue. Not a clue, I say. How bad is my crunching coming through the mic? These are really good. I'm trying to minimize the chew. I love pretzel rods. I like them super duper salty. These aren't the worst, but not enough salt on them. I like them like stupid, like poison your blood salty. Which is probably not the most healthy thing in the world for me, but I really don't care. I like them. Gun oil can go away for the air guns. I'm still looking for that wrench. I know I put it somewhere around here. I gotta start putting stuff away. I gotta actually have places to put stuff away. I haven't. I've been guessing at organization, if that makes sense. I mean, the French cleat wall's there, but literally everything is out of just junk scrap wood because I'm really not sure what I want to make the stands out of or how I want to arrange them or how they're going to look, but I'm pretty close now to liking what I have design wise. So I might start making a little better quality ones instead of just glued together old shelving or playing down old dirty plywood from out in the garage. What is up, Bionet? How is life? I really want to find that wrench. I got it in my brain now, and I really want to find it. Oh crap! I just found a whole bunch more scrap freaking boards that I didn't know I had. Damn it! It's actually a good thing, but I've been trying to minimize. I've been trying to use up the scraps, so I have less scraps. If that makes sense. And I just found more, which is a good bad thing because God, there's almost enough here to make another cutting board out of. But it's all very small pieces, so it would be a major glue up. Well. Oh look, more here. Make them out of little itty bitty pieces. Little itty bitty pieces. Itty bitty pieces. Pieces of itty bitty. My whole plan is to try and find a production method to make these and have them kind of look like these. I'll never get them to look this random because this is just a nightmare of gluing scraps together. But I like the idea of the random patterns. So if I get 4 species of wood, the walnut, cherry, maple, actually 5, the Wingate, and the Purple Heart, just like I have in all of these. The Purple Heart and the Wingay are stupid expensive. Like stupid expensive. The walnut stupid expensive. The Wingay and the Purple Heart are stupid expensive. But you could just do little accents. They don't even have to match. Because I could just do full run accent pieces with them. So the cherry, the walnut, and the maple, if I rip the boards down in like a production line setting, figure out mathematically to get, maximize each board. So I can have like 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and 1/4 inch layers of all three species, all exactly the same width. So when I do the joint, I'm not trying to fit widths. Right now, I'm taking these scraps and like this joint and this joint. I literally have to take those two boards and go, okay, I want those two together. I got to walk over to the table saw and I got to run them both through the table saw to make sure they're the same exact width. So when I include the next one, the next layer in, it's the same. It's a smooth transition. If I mass produce, again, 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch strips, I could just fill a box of 1/4 inch, a box of 1/2 inch, a box of 3/4 inch, and whenever I go, I just reach into the box of whatever size I'm looking for and finish that run. Get what I'm saying? Does that make any sense at all? Probably not. But there it is. I have iced coffee and I am sweating my ass off already. Oh, iced coffee is so good. I really, really like iced coffee. Still looking for that stupid wrench. I know it's here somewhere. The only other thing I can think of is that, like, when I was working on that table saw trying to get the trunnions level, I had the garbage cans all around me, like 3 of them, because I was playing with the cardboard and throwing it out and cutting more cardboard, and the thing actually just dropped into a garbage can. It's gone. I threw it out, and that is a possibility. Not likely, but it is a possibility. But I would still really, really like to find it. I really have a feeling it's underneath all this cardboard, like just sitting on this shelf. Ooh, I can get my hand under there between the cardboard and the shelf, but I can't find it. At least not on that side. All right, let's pull up a little duct tape here and see if it's under here. Nope, not there. Take the duct tape back down. Oh, look, the duct tape doesn't stick as well the second time around. Oh, well. Gosh darn it, I really want to find that wrench. I have no idea where it went. None whatsoever. Let's just cart up, see if I can see underneath it. Oh, crap! Nope, not underneath it. Wow, the floor is nice and cool. Not there, not hanging here, not there, not there. Not there. On the shelf here. Not just sitting there anywhere. Very upset about this, can you tell? I really, really want to find that thing. Really, really, really. Oh, crap! Get your old ass off the floor. It's here somewheres. The only thing else I could have done is put it away, but put it away in the wrong place. Because I was rushing and tired at the time I was putting it away, which is not unheard of. I've actually done that very thing before. Put it in the absolute wrong spot. I know you guys can't see me as I'm wandering around. I'm looking on carts and in boxes and I got too much junk out here. I don't mean I got too much stuff. I got too much junk. I got junk. Everybody has junk. I really, 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 really want to find that wrench. I really, really, really like it. And you can't buy just it, with those ratcheting sets. And it's a 9/16, which the only thing is more popular is half inch. But actually, on that saw, which is where I use it the most, 9/16 is more popular than half inch. Pretty much everything on that thing is 9/16. And I really, really, really want to find it. And I wish it wasn't so hot out because the heat's really getting to me. I don't like heat. Could it be on the planer cart? Anything is possible. Anything is possible, but it's not. Not there. It is not there. Where else would I have stashed it? Oh, look, I found another one of my little thermometers. I guess I just placed them around down here the other day for no apparent reason. No reason of apparentness. What is up, Mr. Cassell? Mr. Michael. How is life? You know what I should do, though? Is the other ones that are not ratchety, I should actually put away now that I'm all done with that stuff. But I really want to find that one. I might lose you if the headset disconnects while I'm in here hanging these up. Because I hang them up. I would laugh if it's like hanging up here, but in the wrong spot. 5/8. I got a whole pile of 5/8. What size is this one? 9/16. I got a whole pile of 9/16. It's a baby 9/16. I have a setup of just baby ones right here. The 14 millimeter, not 9/16. That goes in the baby set. I would love to find out I stuffed it somewhere by accident. I'm probably losing you guys now. I can hear it hissing and pissing and moaning. While I search through my tools, I can hear the headset off crackling. It's probably disconnecting, huh? There's the ratchety set. 3/4, 5/8, jumps right to half inch, 3/8. Damn it, where is that thing? Really kind of annoying. All right, I'm back. I'm back out of the deep dark hole. Yeah, I bet that heat sucks. Is your little shop air conditioner? Making some smoked mac and cheese for a picnic. Cool. I don't know about the smoked end of it. We I don't know how we got it. I think I picked it up at the store and I wasn't paying attention. I grabbed bacon flavored bacon and smoked cheddar macaroni and the box cheapo 99-cent crap. Macaroni and cheese garbage. I didn't realize it was smoked cheddar and bacon, and didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. I mean, I ate it. It's still mac and cheese, and it's just cheap powdered crap with milk. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever tasted, but yeah, I'd rather just have the store brand cheapo garbage without the whole bacony flavor. And I like bacon, but no, I don't like artificial bacon. Squirt bottles. Got lots of squirt bottles. I got stuff I need to get rid of. Like this junk stuff. Junky stuff. Like serious junk stuff. over in that corner. We're gonna hide from the corner. Just have window units everywhere. Yeah, freaking. I hate window air conditioners. They we were talking about that earlier. They make my freaking nose stuff up, and I don't know why. Just window units or fake air conditioning. Actually, air conditioning in general makes me like I don't feel good in long term in air conditioning. It makes me sick, which is why I'm out here because it's almost 90 degrees out. Actually, I think it's over 90 degrees outside. And oh, there's another one. See, I knew I had them all. Yeah, another one of my little buttons. I think I got them all now, right? 1, 2, 3. I'm missing one more. I got 3, 4. I know they came in a pack of 5. I think I brought one inside, so that would account for that. Yeah, I'm not a smoked mac and cheese. I'm a cheddar cheese and white cheddar cheese. I hate Velveeta yellow fake cheddar cheese. White Vermont, preferably. White cheddar cheese is awesome. But homemade mac and cheese is the best. Oh my god. So much better than that box crap. But sometimes that box crap will do. For one, here's the thing I never got. Check this out. I just bought something the other day. Water. Something along the lines of water. It was like soda. You know, water's like $1.25 and soda's 99 cents. And the water's only 12 ounces and the soda's 16 ounces. And you need like the water to make the soda. So how's the soda cheaper? Yeah, sharp cheddar, parm, and Gouda. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, that's what I kind of just. Um, my mother used to do the same thing. She kind of taught me this one. If you go into the grocery store after they've done the slicing thing at the deli counter, there's always those ends that they can't use because, like, fingers get caught in the slicers. And you can go in there and just buy the ends, and it's just you get this bag for like $5 of whatever. Who knows what it is? It's a box of cheese, and you just whatever's in that bag of crap is what you get. It's usually like a lot of because the more popular cheeses are at slicing, anyways, at delis are I want to say Parmesan, but it's not Parmesan. But, provolone, provolone, cheddar, and American are the 3 biggie, at least around here. So if you buy it's usually like a 2-pound bag of just ends for $5 or $10. That's normally what you get out of it. You just chop it up and throw it in the sauce. Thanks, Bob. How's life, Bob? It's a Bob. Add more cheddar and then put barbecue sauce. See, I never got into the macaroni and cheese barbecue sauce. Although I did actually my neighbor's brother made one. That was it was more than just mac and cheese. It had like chopped up onions and peppers and hamburger in it, and but it was still like a mac and cheese, but it was like a mac and cheese casserole. That makes sense. And it had barbecue sauce in it. Um, cheese and barbecue sauce and everything. And that was really good. Like really, really good. Yeah, see that I can't have. I'm allergic to mustard. It'll make me sick to my stomach. So that's why I would never have tried that. No mustard for me. I will be puking my guts out. No mustard. Ah, coffee. Iced coffee is the bomb on a hot summer day. Me love iced coffee. I want to find that damn wrench. I really, really, really want to find that damn wrench. I'm missing some sandpaper too. I bought Velcro-y sandpaper. Actually, my brother brought it because he had it already, and then I bought some more. And it's, the little, it's got the Velcro on it for the sandpaper, but it had the triangle ends that you can break off if you don't want it, but it's there. And I use them on the oscillating tool sanding pads. And I got a whole stack of them somewhere, and I cannot for the life of me find them. And they're here. I know they are. They're just in some box or some end or something somewhere that I stuffed them and then forgot where I put them. That's one of the organizational things I need to do is make a sanding paper stationy thing. I started to for the oscillating, random orbital sander, but that's it. And I actually did it for the belt sander too, but I only had like 2 belts and I burned them all up already. So that really doesn't matter anymore. But the belt sander does have a little stash spot for the belts. But I can't find that pack of sandpaper in that wrench. And for some reason, after saying that, I have a feeling they're both together. Yeah, see, I'm not smokiness. I don't mind, like, when I lived out on Long Island, our neighbors had a real smoker, and they used to smoke salmon. My landlady, I just rented the downstairs. She lived upstairs. Her brother was a salmon fisherman in Alaska. He still is. That's what he does for a living. He's a salmon fisherman. So once a year, he would just overnight mail her a cooler for like, it costed us a bunch of money because I used to get a bit of it and pay half. I think I put in $100, and this was just to cover shipping. And I think she paid a couple $300, and the neighbor paid a couple $100. So it was a big cooler of salmon, fresh salmon caught the day before in Alaska, and he'd ship it over anyways. He had a smoker, and he put half 3 quarters of it in the smoker, and we'd nibble at it. And I didn't mind that, but that fake like chemical smoke flavor, I've never liked. Never liked that fake additive smoke like a lot of people put in barbecue sauces and stuff. It always tasted like crap to me. It's too strong generally, and it just doesn't taste like real smoke to me. Like if you put it in a real smoker and use, cherry wood or apple wood or whatever, that's a different story. Still searching for where I could have put that stupid ratchet. I have no idea where I could have dropped that thing. I haven't given up yet. Mousetrap. It's trip, but no mouse in it. No ratchet in there. Mouse got some peanut butter for free because there's no peanut butter left in the mouse trap, but the trap is trip, but there's no mouse in it. Oh, I have noticed doing that the other day, which is why I started pouring borax in the peanut butter. I was getting the traps, especially I started putting mouse traps right on that pier between the 2 garage doors, because that was a big entrance area. Garage doors don't seal, so the mice can come right in there. And I put it there, and I'd come out the next day, and the peanut butter be gone, and the trap's not even tripped. And I'm like, what the hell? And I did it like 3 days in a row. I'd fill it up. And I'm like, okay, these traps suck. They're not tripping, or the mouse is just like baby mice won't a lot of times trip the little mouse traps because they're just snappy. They're the plastic snappy kind. Come to find out, it was ants. The ants would find the peanut butter. They'd come in, freaking army van of ants and army truck, and they just eat all the peanut butter. So they started putting borax in the peanut butter, killing them bastards off because I don't know if you know about borax, but ants will eat the borax, but it's not good for them. And they'll actually bring it back to their nest and feed it to their queen or some crap. I don't know the whole details, but if you put borax in whatever the ants are eating, just stir a little bit in, it will kill them off. It takes a while. It usually takes a week or so. And it did. They stopped coming in here. But it's been a while and I didn't borax that trap, so it could be ants that did it. Because there's no peanut butter in that trap no more. And I still can't find my damn wrench. I'm not happy about it. So on that note, now borax won't hurt you. That's why I use it. Because the other thing is my neighbor's dogs come over here all the time. And yeah, so if I happen to leave the garage door open and they come wandering in and lick the peanut butter, I don't want them getting sick. Borax won't hurt anything but shell bugs, whatever you call them, arachnids or 8-legged, but you know what I'm talking about. Exoskeleton bugs. For some reason, it's not good for them. I mean, if you sat there and shoveled down buttloads of it, it would make you sick to your stomach. But borax won't hurt the average mammal, which is why I use it because it does bees too. If you have like really bad yellow jackets, what's up, Sergio? If you have really bad yellow jackets, you take like a 2-liter soda bottle, leave like a little bit of soda in the bottom, or use apple juice. Um, Stir in a tablespoon of borax into it, put some holes in it, hang it from a tree, and let the yellow jackets go to town. No more yellow jackets in a week. It will kill them all off. And the good thing is honeybees, your regular everyday good bees that, feed on the flowers, pollen bees, honeybees, they don't want the soda. They actually aren't attracted to soda. So you're not harming the good bees only. And wasps too. Wasps will go after the soda. So I use that a lot to bump off the yellow jackets and the wasps. Thinking of that, I got to do it again because I got a soda bottle out there and I have a feeling it's dried out by now. You just throw some apple juice in there with some borax because it's getting to the point where the yellow jackets and the wasps are going to start moving around. It's that time of year when they get all angry. This is their season. And they get really bad in like September. I'm still looking for that frickin' wrench. I know it's in here somewhere. I mean, it couldn't have just walked away. I mean, it could have, I guess. Anything can happen. But for some reason, I know it's here. I just don't know where it's here. I probably stuffed it in some box somewhere or in a bucket somewhere. There's a box of crap. It's got some wire brushes and some old toothbrushes in. That's not it. And there's some machine switches. I should probably go through this box. I'm not going to do it right now, though. I have a feeling it might be in that box. So that's a junk box. Really, really want to find that ratcheting box wrench, whatever you want to call it. Because I really, really like it. And I wanted to do something on the table saw the other day, and I couldn't find it, and it was pissing me off. Because I couldn't find it, and I needed it. And I gotta get frickin' lags for the back of the bandsaw. Just got frickin' deck screws with washers and holding it now, and I don't trust them enough to hold that thing. That doesn't gonna go anywhere. The weight's all down. If I start moving it around and it catches on something, I go push a little harder. It might break it. Because that thing ain't light. It's like, what, 250, 300 pounds? It's a nice bandsaw. Yeah. Or any exoskeleton style bug, I guess. It's bad for their digestive system or some crap. And the thing is they don't notice it. They don't taste it, I guess. It doesn't, unless you put like a lot of it. But if you just mix it in peanut butter or soda, yeah, the bugs don't like it. It kills them, and it works. I used to have carpenter ants in this house, bad, and people don't realize carpenter ants don't eat wood. They make their home in wood. They still eat sugar, and they go looking for food just like a regular baby sugar ant does. And the whole back wall and the side wall were covering carpenter ants, and that's how I finally got rid of them. I haven't seen an ant yet in like 3 years. Because every year I put out the little. I actually used to buy, and I got one over there. They keep remixing it, but in Combat or one of those, they make a little clear thing. It's like $6. You get the box of 10 or 12 of them. But sometimes it's just easier than making it yourself. But it's got the ant killer crap in it. And I just put those around when they come, and you'll see them like go to it, and you're like, oh yeah, it's not working, and like a week later they're all gone. They don't keep coming back. Yeah, borax is great for bugs. It's not the end all, be all, end all, but it's definitely better than like gnarly spray chemicals that smell and make you feel sick to your stomach, and it works pretty well. I look at it as a maintainer. Once you get rid of them in the first place, if you keep doing it once a year or so. Yes, can AliExpress 519. What the hell is that? What are you talking about, Lester? Anyway, on that note, I think I'm gonna kill it because now I'm just babbling about bugs, and I can't find my ratchety wrench, and I know it's here somewhere. It's not in any of these little boxes. Normally, when I was doing that, this box is my like parts box when I'm working on a tool. So I put ratchets and the screws and stuff, and that's all I use that box for. And it's not in it. And like I said, that's what I use that for. As I'm working, I'll drop the tool in it or the part in it, or that way everything stays together when I'm working. Because I'm a freaking slob otherwise. Wow. I just waxed this and it's already starting to rust because of all the humidity. I gotta clean this thing up. Gotta clean up my shaper joinery thing. You guys can't see because I had the chair in the way. It's getting rusty right here. I'm gonna have to hit it with some wax. I might even have to sand it. I have a scrubby pad right here. I do. Red one. A red Brillowy pad. I got rid of most of it. Right there. Just surface rust. Gotta hit it with some wax to keep it from rusting in this humidity. So yeah, I'm gonna kill it. It's been over an hour of me babbling needlessly. Y'all have a great Saturday. In what, like an hour or two, Jerry's gonna be streaming in his little hangout stream, which is always fun on a Saturday. Hang out and BS with everybody. Hopefully, I'll see a lot of you there. Later, guys.